Hello and welcome to episode 15.1 of the Knitted Cupcake podcast. My name is Lacey and I am the hostess of this podcast, and I am currently residing in the beautiful Wenatchee, Washington, which is Central Washington, and soon to be, and quite possibly next podcast, from Oregon. I'm moving. So it has been a long time since I've podcast, a month, I think, like a long time. And so there have been a lot of things that have happened between now and then, both personally that I just don't feel like I'm going to give a lot of detail about, which has prevented me from podcasting, as well as just life getting crazy this time of year. I work for a school and the end of the year always just is nuts. So, like I said, there have been a lot of reasons why I haven't podcasted in so long, and I'm kind of sorry, not sorry. I do this whole podcasting thing for me. First and foremost, this is just a great way for me to connect with a lot of other people, and I understand that I do have followers, which still kind of boggles my mind. I have people who look forward to watching my podcast, so for that reason I'm sorry that it's been so long, but I'm also living my life. So with that, things may kind of slow down for a little bit over the next couple months, over the summer months. Like I said, I am moving. If you could see the disaster that is my house right now, I am in full-fledged packing mode. So yeah, life is crazy, but I knew that I needed to sit down and do this podcast. And to be honest, I have recorded this once already, but I recorded it last Thursday and I wasn't feeling like podcasting. I felt obligated to podcast, so I did. Which then meant I didn't feel like editing, I didn't feel like going through all of that, and I thought, hey, you know what, I'll wait till Monday to do it, and why would I do that? I'll just record a whole new one. I'm in a much better mood today than I was on Thursday, and I'm ready to podcast today, so let's get this started. Let's talk about places that you can find me. Obviously, you found me here on YouTube. Hello. You can also find me on Instagram, which is probably where I'm the most active, and I am there as the.knitted cupcake. I am also on Ravelry as WOU Knitter. There's also a podcast group on Ravelry, which is the Knitted Cupcake podcast. There is one more group on Ravelry that I am a part of. I'm a moderator for, and I will get into that a little later in the episode. Just kind of let you know what's going on with that. So those are kind of my main places that you can find me. You're welcome to add me as a friend, follow, subscribe, message me. I will do my best to get back to you. I'm good at responding on Ravelry if you message me. If you post it in the group, no, I'd see that too. And ignore that, please. Today oh, this is gonna be loud. I'm so sorry. Maybe not that loud. I am sipping on a new addiction of mine, the SUOS sodas. They are sodas with no artificial sweetener. They are sweetened with stevia, and I'm drinking a grape today. I did notice in one of the more recent episodes of the Legacy Knits podcast that Sue was drinking a cream soda stevia, which is another fave. So that's my new addiction, is stevia sodas. So that's what I'm drinking today. Let's kick this off. I'm sorry, I'm hoping, I have my window open, as you can probably tell. And it's windy out, and the trees kind of rustling outside, so I hope that it's not too loud and distracting. I guess we're gonna find out real quick, but I'm not closing my window, so there we go. Let's talk about what's running in my diffuser today. Like I said, I'm in full-fledged pack mode. Today was the official last day of school and work for me for the summer, And so I've been kind of hanging off on doing some major packing until this very moment. So I have kind of a get bleep done blend going that I just discovered and I love. It is 5 different oils and they are 2 drops of each. Eucalyptus, grapefruit, wild orange, lemon, and lime. This guy has been my latest, I'm addicted to everything right now, my latest addiction. I am adding lime in with everything right now. It's such a refreshing, clean, invigorating scent. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's what I've got going in my diffuser. Like I said, I haven't said this at all. Citrus oils for me are really energizing, and adding just a little bit of that eucalyptus just it makes it nice and crisp and so pleasant, and it makes my apartment smell really clean as well. As I'm packing, I'm kicking up a lot of dust and that kind of a thing, so it just is pleasant all around, and I absolutely love it, and it's probably going to be a frequent flyer in the diffuser over the next couple of weeks. Let's talk about some finished objects now. So like I said, I did record this podcast previously, and I am in the process of moving, and I did take a load of stuff down to the new house this last weekend, which means one of my finished objects isn't here, and it's probably the one I was most excited about, but that just means next podcast I will have to show it off in its full glory, and that is my Hido Food cardigan by, I'm looking at my notes because I can never remember this, Hiroko Fukatsu, and I so apologize for mispronouncing names and that kind of a thing. It's not my forte. Anyway, I was in process, really trucking along last podcast. I think I finished it the day or so after I podcast, so it's been just kind of hanging around. I've been wearing it on and off, and it's a great cardigan. I absolutely love it. It flew off of my needles, and I attribute a lot of that to the Knit Pick Stroll gradients that I was using. I was really excited to get to the next color, the next skein of yarn, to see how colors were going to blend together and work together. So was a 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 would recommend not only the yarn but the pattern as well. The construction of the cardigan is really fascinating to me. It is completely done in one piece. The name Hido Food means one brush stroke in Japanese, and that's exactly how this cardigan is constructed. It is just one piece. The only ends that I had to weave in are where I joined the new yarn, not from cutting yarn and picking up and that kind of a thing. So a fun construction, a really fun, enjoyable knit. Excuse me, I need to not drink soda on the podcast. But yeah, so I'll have to show that off again the next time I podcast because it is done. I do have some pictures, not very good ones, but I do have some pictures, so I'll try to insert those here. And there we go. So that is my first finished object. And another finished object I did take with me. I'll have to show that off too. We'll just save that for next time, and I won't worry about it. Okay, so next up, I had a total of Thursday. I had 4 finished objects, 4 of them. How crazy is that? So the next 2 are both test knits. So we'll talk about this one first, and these are my May socks, but they're also what did they call them on the Naughty Knitwits? The Island of Misfit Whips or something like that, because I didn't quite get these done in time to count for May, which is a total bummer because I adore them. These are the Sofrena, I'm so bad at pronouncing things, socks, and they're really more of a ish finished object. Anyway, this is a pattern by Janine from Yarn and You, the Yarn and You Girl podcast. And I knit these out of Cozy Knitter in her Will You Follow colorway, which is a Gilmore Girls reference. And I also did the Kirby Werby tutorial on YouTube for my Afterthought heel. I freaking love it. And I am hoping that you can really see the pattern in these socks because they are awesome. And I think both Janine and I were really surprised with how well they did with, the pattern did with the self-striping yarn. So phrase of the day, 10 out of 10 would recommend this pattern. It is potato chippy enough that it made for easy TV knitting, as well as it was more exciting than a plain old boring vanilla sock. So it kind of met all the needs that I needed in a sock for May. I was really wanting something more than vanilla, but not too horribly complicated. And these were perfect. So this is one sock, and I'm calling this an ish finished object because I still need a heel on my second sock. I have it marked out. The heels don't take me long. So it's just a matter of sitting down and getting them done. Oops. So yes, that is finished object. I guess technically one, since that's all I'm showing right now. I don't have my other two. The next one is the Fingering Weight Brioche Bandana Cowl from Lavanya Patricelli. Again, I'm so sorry. I think I got the first name down because Chelsea, again, the Legacy Knits podcast, is doing the DK weight version of this. But I was able to test it the fingering weight. So this is a really awesome brioche, exactly what the name calls it, fingering weight brioche bandana cowl. And I love it. It's not blocked yet, and I don't know if I want to block it. I like how it hugs, but I think blocking it will get it to kind of open a little more, and then you can see the contrasting of the inside. I don't know, but this pattern was released a couple weeks ago, and is just, would I recommend this to a brand new beginner brioche knitter? Probably not, but for your second brioche project, I think it's a great idea because it does work decreases, and so that's fun. Let's talk about the yarn I used. I was able to get this out of scraps, well, leftovers really. The green is either, and I struggled with this, I don't know if it's Madeline Tosh Sock or Twist Light. I'd have to go back some episodes, and I think I talked about it, but it's the color Grasshopper, and I used it in my Exploration Station by Stephen West. And it was, I kind of flubbed on the pattern and didn't have as much of this green prominent as I initially wanted. So I'm really glad that I got to use it and let it kind of be its own little star in this. And then my contrasting color is Dragon Horde yarn in her Speckled Dragon Eggs in the Debbie colorway. So these are leftovers from my April socks, and I still have quite a bit of yarn left over. I need to weigh my leftovers as well as this guy to just double check and make sure how much yarn I actually used. But I know from the Grasshopper I had, I think, 61 grams of yarn. I had 48 or 49 grams of the Dragon Horde yarn, and I still have nice little blobby cakes of yarn left over. So this is a really good leftover stash busting project. That really, especially once you got to the decreases on the bandana part, flew by. So again, Fingering Weight Brioche Bandana Cowl by Lavanya Patricelli. I'm really hoping that wind is not as distracting as I think it might be, but it's just so nice and I want to have my windows open. So 10 out of 10 would recommend this one as well. check it out. And both of those test knit patterns are live on Ravelry now. So yeah. So this is where I'm going to talk about the other group on Ravelry that I am a part of, because my whip goes along with it. So the group that I'm talking about is the SUOS Knitters Club on Ravelry. And I am having such a blast with this group. I am amazed with how much it's grown, how active it is. It's blown my mind. It is awesome. Anyway, so there are seven of us podcasters that have all kind of gotten together and decided that we wanted to host seasonal knit-alongs. And those podcasters, let's see if I can do this off the top of my head. Candy from the Pause for Stitches, Jen from the Jen Sheelan podcast, Jenny from Lucky Jenny Knits, Lynn from Sunshine and Bubblegum, Sarah from Hooks and Books, and Amy from Amy's Knotted Knits, and myself. Yes, nailed it. Anyway, not all seven of us are always going to be hosting all the cals. It gives us time to live our lives. This probably would have been a good cal for me to be like, you know what, I'll participate, but I'm not going to host. But I said I'd host, so here I am hosting. And it's fine, it's great. And this is a cal that started on May 1st, and it is tentatively running through July 31st. We may or may not extend it. We'll see. We are a bunch of SUOS knitters, so... Anyway, for this cal, which is our summer top cal, and it's really it's like a cal with a C, create along, because it's a knit and crochet are both welcome, but that's it. No sewing, that kind of a thing. Knitting, crocheting, awesome, totally welcome for our garments. Anyway, I finally have figured out what on earth to do with my Barocco Fuji. If you were here a couple episodes ago, you remember that over spring break, that seems like so long ago, and school's out now, holy cow, time has flown. Anyway, spring break I was working on a top that ended up being like 12 sizes too big for me. Very comical, very funny. And then last episode I had started the Cascade top, and then I've changed my mind once again, but I've finally settled. Like this is it, guys. This is what this yarn wants to be. So I am knitting the Rosemary and Thyme cardigan. Let's see if I can do this. My chair has to hold the window open. Really old apartments. That's just how it is. And it is a really light, airy cardigan. It has some really cool lace eyelet details at the bottom, as well as across the mid-back and in the raglan shaping. It is a top-down construction, and it is gonna be really fun. So I can never, can you see me? What can you see? Yeah, you're seeing my butt. Oh, whatever. But yeah, and then it's gonna have some really fun fringe on the bottom as well to make it almost kind of like the kimono-y style cardigan. So I could not be happier with this top. I have already, so I'm completely 100% done with, close up of my face. Do you see how ghetto is that? My chair has to hold the window. Done with the body of it, and I have put my sleeve stitches on my needle now, and I just have to do some picking up under the armpit, some decreasing, get that all flowing and going, and then I'm on to sleeves. So why are you so blown out, my face? Please don't blow out. I don't like that. That's marginally better. Anyway, so this is my Not an entry because I can't win anything, but my participation in my own cal. So head on over to the SUOS Knitters group on Ravelry, and that is slow ass with $signs knitters, and you'll find us. Join the cal. Whips are welcome as long as they were less than 50% done prior to May 1st. I think Amy posted our cal in the Cal Fanatics page, so come on over, check us out, join in the chatter, join in the fun. It's been a blast kind of watching that all happen. I'm not super active, and that's just my style, but know that I am reading everything and I am thoroughly enjoying seeing all the progress you guys are making. So there's that. I'm bad at this. Hi, if this is your first time watching me, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. Back to the first timers, if I'm not your cup of tea, go ahead, move on, find another podcast. I will not be offended in the least. There are so many amazing podcasts out there. You're gonna find one that suits your style, and that just might not be me. So there we go. There's that. I'm gonna put that in the middle this time rather than the end. Lord almighty. Ooh, let's talk about this a little bit more. I'm knitting these on my Knit Picks interchangeables with the rainbow wood, and these are on a US 10.5. So I'm kind of cheating, I feel like, but I don't care. The yarn is the Barocco Fuji, which is a 38% silk, 25% cotton, 22% rayon, and 15% nylon. So a really great breathable fiber for summer. So I'm quite excited to have this done and off of the needles. And my goal for that is mid-July to get that done. I was hoping maybe to have it done tomorrow because I'm having a going away party with my knit night. But yeah, nope, I don't think I can bust out 2 sleeves, the ribbing around the edge, and block it by tomorrow night. So no big deal. I'll work on it while I'm there. Next up in my whip department are both crochet projects, and they're both blankets. The first one I'm going to show you is a blanket that you saw last podcast, 2 podcasts ago, but it looks a little different. I can't make up my mind on a pattern lately. I'll start something and then I don't like it, so I'll start something else. I won't like that. So I'll do like 3 or 4 different cast-ons of different patterns until I finally settle on the one that I like. So this, I finally settled on the one that I like. And I'm gonna have to scoot back again. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ooh, because this is big. So this is the baby blanket that I am making for, I guess they're friends of mine now just because they're friends of the boyfriend. But they are friends of mine. They are fantastic people, and they're having a baby due this month, so I've got a blanket. And it's quite big. Like, it's, can you see the bottom? Can you see the bottom yet? There we go. Okay, so I only have that little corner left to do, so I am almost done with this. And I am just doing the basic corner to corner size, but you've probably noticed that it is a rectangle and not a square. So I did do the rectangular version of this, which was really relatively easy. If you've ever done a corner to corner before, you know that when you make it wide enough, then you start decreasing. Well, this one, to make it a rectangle, you make it wide, and then you only decrease on one for a little while until it's the length that you want it, and then you start decreasing both again. So I can't remember what tutorial exactly I use on YouTube, but if you search crochet C2C rectangle blanket, there are a few different tutorials, and it really, instead of decreasing on both sides, you're just going to decrease on the one side. So not too terribly difficult. And for this, I am using the Isaac Mizrahi Craft by Premier Yarns. The blue is called Charming. The gray is called Castle. And that's about it. I gotta get it done so I can mail it off to Colorado. The next crochet blanket that I want to talk about is one that has been in hibernation for a while now, and over the last week and a half, I have become addicted. So I've put it in my ebony pearl project bag, which I love, and was very suiting over Memorial Day weekend because I had the flags and stuff, but I had my rosemary and thyme in it. Anyway, it's a great bag. I love how big it is, and it is perfect for this project right now, which means I needed to get another sweater size bag because this is gonna live in here for a while. But this is my, ooh, gotta get it out of here, granny stripe blanket. This is my crochet rabbit hole glory, and I have done so much work on this over the last couple of weeks. I've kind of changed my plan of attack a little bit. Before I was really focusing on, I wanted to do just 2 rows of the color, and then there were some colors I did that too, and I had just a little fraction of a nugget left of yarn, and I thought, why won't I just use that up? So I'm kind of going rogue and doing my own thing, and it has helped a lot because, I mean, you're gonna be able to see what I did. So that marker is where I left off last time, and you can see how I have all of these ends here, and I don't have them up top now. How did that happen? That's because I'm changing in the middle and just kind of crocheting my ends in as I go. Hello, that's amazing. So this is my granny stripe blanket, and I love it. I am working on pretty much, I don't want to say all, but most of the yarns starting here kind of with this light blue below the chartreuse up are all scraps that I've gotten from my Wednesday night knit night ladies, and I am so thrilled that I get to have a piece of them in my blanket forever now. And Amy from Amy's Knotted Knits is in here. Her section is done, and so this has been bringing me so much joy over the last week or so. It's one of those things, I'm moving, and I have a lot of mixed feelings over this whole moving business. I'm moving for a fantastic job opportunity, one that has just been a long time coming and it's gonna be so worth it. But I'm moving to a place where the only people I know will be my boyfriend and his parents. I don't know anybody else that lives down there. I've met like 1 or 2 of his coworkers, but really like those are his people and they're his coworkers. So it's been very comforting to have this to work on, and I may regret it once I'm down there that I am through their yarns and I don't have any more of their scraps to add to my blanket. But I know it's something that while I continue on with this blanket, I can look back and take comfort in them and knowing that no matter where I am, I'm going to have my knit group with me, and I'm getting emotional. Mainly because this move hasn't kicked in yet. So it has been an absolutely insane last couple weeks. And I guess I'm gonna go into a little bit of chit chat. I do have some acquisitions that I'm very excited about. Ooh, and one other new thing. But yeah, I won't go into a lot of details about these things, but it's been a really rough last couple weeks. I've had a loved one who spent some time in the ICU and progressive care unit in the hospital after Memorial Day weekend. Not going to share details on that other than the fact that it was hard and stressful and that they are doing well and recovering and back at work now, and so that is much better, but that threw some chaos into the mix, and yeah, so it's been a rough, crazy, insane couple weeks. This blanket has been phenomenal, and if it's been this great to work on, it's gonna be so comforting to just snuggle up under. Look at how big it is now, guys. Once it's completely done. So yeah, I'm very, 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 very excited about that. The other thing that I'm gonna show is something I started a couple weeks ago and haven't touched, but last year for my birthday, I decided that I wanted to learn how to spin, and I didn't have quite the right tools or whatnot, but one of my knitting friends is a phenomenal spinner. Oh my gosh, she does amazing work. I want to be her when I grow up. And she offered to lend me a drop spindle and some fiber, and look what I did. I spun that teal. I did that. That was me. It's not the most even. It's quite slubby. And I think this is just merino fiber. I don't even know. But I did a thing, and I kind of know how to spin. Maybe I may have to give this a shot again tonight and try to spin up at least one of these little bumps of fiber just to practice again, because it was a lot of fun, and I can see this becoming another rabbit hole for myself. So yay, goals completed. I can spin. So that was that fun little thing. So this may turn into a knitting, crochet, and spinning podcast. Bam! Doing it all. Are we better? Are we? Nope. Nope. I guess I'm just gonna be blown out. It'll adjust, or it won't. Okay, so here's the deal. It's my birthday month. I turned 30 on the 23rd, so what is that, a week and a half? 10 days. 10 days I turned 30. It's just crazy that time has gone that fast. I'm not panicked about turning 30. I am quite excited about my 30th year of life. I think some really fun and exciting things are gonna happen. But I can't believe that it's only 10 days away. Anyway, it's my birthday month, so is also Treat Yourself month for Lacey. And oh boy, have I treated myself this month. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And the first thing that I want to show off is not yarny related, but I am so excited about it. Are you ready? I don't know if you guys are ready for this. You may not be ready. Look at my baby. This is a brand new 13-inch MacBook Pro without the touch bar. And it's, the love of my life right now. I am obsessed with this guy. Look at how he's so thin and skinny and lightweight. So yeah, this is happy birthday to me. You're going back to grad school in the fall, and you needed to not be using your 9-year-old MacBook. So, ta-da! There's that. Okay. Next up is continuing down the crochet rabbit hole. I have another corner-to-corner blanket that I started for Mother's Day for my mom, but it's out in my car. And by out in my car, I mean my car's down in Oregon. I have the boyfriend's parents' truck right now to help me move. So that will not be shown off either. But I did purchase this awesome thing because I bought a cushy ergonomical crochet hook for that blanket and decided all of my crochet hooks need to be that. So off of Amazon, and Amazon because I didn't want to spend $50 on knit picks to get free shipping, and I could get this cheaper on Amazon with Prime. This is their crochet hook case, and in here, oops, I'm losing hooks. I have just put in some of my standard metal ones. But in here are a full set, and I say a full set because I have 2 in my hand here, of ergonomical crochet hooks. And they range from 2 millimeters all the way up to 6 millimeters. And every handle is a different color, which I really think is so fun, so fun. And these are what I've been using to crochet with lately. They are awesome. I think that these kind of handles with the kind of squishiness even helps my hand not get tired when I crochet. It helps my arm not hurt because I'm not trying to grip onto that really thin metal piece. These are kind of rubbery, so they have grip to them. So they just stay in my hand really easy. I don't have to grip them really tight. They're so comfortable and fun to work with. So again, 10 out of 10 would recommend even any of these little squishy ergonomic hook handles for any of you crocheters out there. Even if you're only doing a crochet scrappy blanket, it makes it so much better. So this lovely little case, I don't think it's, yeah, I doubt it's leather, but it's purple and I like purple. And so it's got spots for 2, 4, 6, 8, or 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 18 different hooks, 9 on each side. Here, can you see that? Can you see what I'm doing? So 9 on each side of this little hook, and then both sides of the case are zippered, and I have a bunch of, I'm throwing hooks out of my case. The little squishy handles help them stay in their pockets. I have a bunch of double points in this end, so you can kind of hear them file, yeah. But it's a great catch-all case. It's a little bigger than I would have preferred, but it's nice knowing that all of my crochet hooks are they have a home now. So awesome. And this was, I think, $15 on Amazon with free shipping if you are Prime, and it is Knit Picks, so pretty reasonable, I thought. And that came with the 9, it was a 10-piece set, so the 9 hooks in the case, so check it out. My next indulgent splurge requires crinkling. And again, sorry, not sorry. This is the first time I'm taking them out of this package, out of their little plastic. And there are 2 because I had a snafu on the order. I panicked and I didn't think, and so then I panicked again and had to go back for more. But let me see if I can do this. La, da, da, da. I'm not a singer. I'm not Joanna. I don't care. I have Plucky. Guys, I have Plucky. And not only do I have Plucky, I have a sweater's quantity. A sweater's quantity of Plucky knitter. Okay, so let's talk about this. So I have pretty casually, I'm blowing out again, whatever, tried to get my hands on some Plucky knitter yarn in the past, but I'm always way too late to the game, and their shop is either insanely picked through or empty by the time I get there. So, no luck. Sorry, Lacey. This time, this was, like June 1st, 2nd, right at the beginning of the month. I was on Instagram, and they had posted something. They were having a 2 updates in 1 day or 2 updates in 2 days kind of deal. And I missed the first update, which was a bummer. And then I got the second update. And I have been drooling over their small batch yarns, and that's their speckles, forever now. And that's the ones I always want, are the small batch. And so that's what these are. These are 2 skeins of small batch number 9. And this is on their feet base. So it's 425 yards of 90% merino, superwash merino, 10% nylon, a 90-10. I may have just said 90-20. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be able to slide this label off and open it, but it is, can you see this color? Look at how awesome that is. And the speckles and the, come on. I can't even. So they only had 2 skeins of this, and I went, fine, I'm buying those 2 skeins. And then in my brain, I was like, well, Katie from Inside 23 did a pavement sweater out of 3 skeins of yarn, and I can do that, right? So let me introduce you to Dancing Queen. Also on their feet base, it is a deep, rich, dark purple that, unless it's gonna get blown out, it's gonna look not right. But it's gorgeous and it's pretty and it looks really, really killer with the small batch. And so I order it and I'm like, and I'm doing this, I'm not on my computer, I'm on my phone. And I'm like panicking and I'm scrolling and I'm like, okay, add to cart, checkout, PayPal, done, sweet. 3 skeins of Plucky on its way to me. Score. Dunzo. And can I say, pretty reasonable price for a 90-10 speckled yarn. All of these feet bases are $25 a skein. Now that for a sweater and many skeins is a lot, but I felt like that was a pretty reasonable price. I was not sticker shocked over that. And so I'm at work the next day bragging to my coworker who is just now getting into indie dyed yarn. Yeah, I'm converting her. Anyway, that I got these gorgeous skeins of yarn and I'm so excited, and this is a sweater I'm gonna make, and I'm just gonna peruse the Ravelry page for the pavement sweater, and I realized, Lacey, you are by no means the same size as Katie. At all. She made a size medium sweater and was able to get it out of 3 skeins. I think I was gonna need to have the right amount of ease in it. I was gonna have to make the extra large. Yeah, 3 skeins not gonna work. So then I panicked. I was like, I don't want to turn that into a shawl. What am I gonna do with this? Like, this is not, I don't know. I can't make a garment out of this, but I really want to. Crud. What am I gonna do? So I was praying to the yarn gods. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please, let there be at least 2 more skeins of Dancing Queen left in the shop. And there was. So I now have more than enough yarn that I could either do the pavement sweater again, or I can do, I don't have my phone, but I can pull it up on my handy dandy laptop that's sitting right here. It's a Vera Valimaki pattern, and it is one from when she, I'm not gonna be able to talk and do this at the same time. Vera Valimaki, 2 colors, striped. Hello. There we go. Patterns. Oh, come on. It is called the Breathing Space. There we go. Okay. And it is, I think, something that would, A, suit my body type. Oh, hi. Hi, ladies. I'm meeting you. Yay for having an iMac. iMac? Oh my gosh, who says that anymore? A MacBook. I get iMessage on my computer as well. So I may not have my phone in here, but I have my computer. Can you see that? Breathing Space. This is such a janky way of doing this. That one, I think, would be absolutely stunning in, oh gosh, I can't do it again. I'm not that coordinated anymore. These colors. So, pavement sweater just may have to wait for another day because I think these skeins are crying out to be a breathing space by Vera Valimaki. So it'll be perfect for fall and winter, and that means I get to do one of her and Hohi's interpretations patterns, and so yeah, it just makes me so very, very excited. So this was my birthday present to myself this year. I'm so excited. So excited. So excited. Yeah. Plucky knitter all the way. Next up, I'm going to jump backwards again because I kind of forgot. Let's go back to SUOS knitters in the summer cal. May has come and gone. I need to draw for a pattern winner from the group. So I am sticking with who I drew on Thursday. And I had to random number generator a few times so it wasn't one of the moderators winning. I love you guys, but you can't win. And the winner, I believe, and I think if I'm thinking of the right town, the winner is from Eastern Oregon, which is where I'm moving to. Hello. I think we're still going to be like 150 miles away from each other, but hey, Eastern Oregon. And the winner is Wendelika. Yay! I'm so excited. She has been insanely active in the group. She has a finished object in the FO thread, and yeah, congratulations. So exciting. So go ahead, contact me on Ravelry and let me know which pattern you like. And there is kind of some stipulations. It can't be a pattern bundle. It needs to be $10 or less. I am moving. That's kind of expensive. And it needs to be able to be purchased off of Ravelry. And that's just makes it really easy on us hosts to get you the pattern. So Wendelika, I think Leica. Maybe. I don't know. I'm so sorry if I butchered it and said it so wrong. Contact me and let me know which pattern you want, and I will send it your way. Speaking of giveaways, we are quickly approaching our 250 subscribers. I think last I checked we had 238 subscribers. That's only 12 more people. Holy cow. So cool. So let me give you a little refresher on what you are going to win. So one lucky person will win. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show these off very well. Oh, get in there. And these have all been amazing donations from makers who have reached out to me or just sent me stuff. And if you'd like to donate a prize, I'm never going to turn that down, but I'm also not going to reach out and solicit. So just putting that out. That's my solicitation. If you would like to donate a pattern, a project bag, yarn, contact me on Ravelry, Instagram, that kind of a thing, and let's chat. Anyway, so one lucky person will win a set of these amazing stitch markers from Be Easy by LB, and actually they are progress keepers. You are also going to win this really awesome project bag from Janine of the Yarn and You Girl podcast and the Yarn and You shop online, and it is a really awesome drawstring that has one of the little like clips so it stays closed. It isn't just going to come open on you, which is really a fantastic feature. And then my amazing, lovely friend Megan, who just started podcasting and is totally kicking butt. In the month I've been gone, she's put out 5 new podcasts. What? Anyway, she is the dyer behind Little Fish Stitches, and this skein is mine. You're not getting this one, but she said she would donate a skein of yarn from her shop. I don't know if it'll be your choice, her choice, my choice. I don't know whose choice it's going to be, but this is just an example of one of her colors. This is Meet Me in Tahiti, and you will get a skein of Little Fish Stitches yarn. So how exciting is that? So you will get project bag, you will get stitch markers, and you will get a skein of yarn from Megan's shop on Etsy. How amazing of a prize is that? I want to win my own prize. I love all of the things in here and I want to keep them, but I'm not going to. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below if you're liking this. There's a little bell icon too that'll let you know when I do post, since it is so sporadic. Give that a little clicky click. Other than that, I think I am about ready to wrap it up. Like I've got some packing that needs to get done while this starts uploading. So thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. I never said it. It's Tuesday, June 13th. Hey. And if you've got kids and they're out of school, I hope you have a fantastic summer. If you are still in school or have kids in school, best of luck in those finals. And just, I don't know about you guys, but summer is here and I am ready for it. So with that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. And until next time, happy knitting. Bye.